And we're live here, Cardinal fans, here from Farmington Cardinal Arena for some volleyball action between your Lady Cardinals and the Pea Ridge Blackhawks. I'll be joined alongside here with Brian Dean. He'll be your play-by-play announcer. We have about 5 minutes and 31 seconds left till your Lady Cardinals take on the Pea Ridge Blackhawks. But until then, we'll have the national anthem, but we'll be in commercial break until then. So I'm Brody Hill. Brian Dean will be here just a short amount of time, so we're going to take a quick break. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and we'll be right back.
Have you been saving up for or ready to start thinking about and building your dream home from the ground up? If it is that time for that decision to become a reality for you, wait no longer and reach out to Bauman and Crossnow Construction. Established in 2013, Mike Bauman, alongside with Michael and Lane Crossnow, Bauman and Crossnow Construction specialize in residential custom homes, general contracting, multifamily homes, and other specialized homes as well. Having lived in Northwest Arkansas for a combined 61 years, Bauman and Crossnow Construction are no strangers to the Northwest Arkansas and Farmington areas. They can be reached at www.baumancrossnow.com. Bauman and Crossnow Construction, where your dream home can become a reality, are proud supporters of Farmington Cardinal Athletics. Go Cards! Are you in the market for some exterior or home improvements? Is your home ready for new siding, gutters, or metal roof, or asphalt roof? Do you need a new metal building or a shop? Give Foster's Exterior Solutions a call today. Locally owned and operated right here in Farmington since 2008, Foster's Exterior Solutions is a proud supporter of Farmington Cardinal Athletics.
Hello, this is Kerry Pitts with Foster's Exterior Solutions. Please give us a call for all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs. We're at 479-445-9799. Go Cardinals!
Real estate is like football. You want a winning team that knows how to run offense and defense, knows the plays, the competition, how to score, and isn't afraid to get a little dirty. The McNaughton team knows two important things. One, how to help you buy, sell, invest in, and manage real estate. And two, how to cheer on the home team with an awesome tailgate event. For all your real estate needs, visit us at allnwahomes.com. McNaughton, your neighborhood community realtors.
Ozark Dermatology offers full medical, surgical, and aesthetic services. Our team offers comprehensive care for medical and surgical conditions for adults and children. Our experienced, board-certified physicians and highly trained physician extenders provide state-of-the-art diagnosis, treatments, and procedures in a relaxed and compassionate setting. Let Ozark Dermatology be your path to healthy skin. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest. Today's goal, outmaneuver these chess pros.
Checkmate.
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 Checkmate. Checkmate.
Okay. I should let an expert like James help me. And for your financial goals, Arvest is the expert. Our approach to financial planning will help you make all the right moves. Get started now and be prepared for the future like royalty. Trust the experts. Trust Arvest. Hear from a chess pro at our experts website.
At Farmington High School, we have a vast array of technology, ranging from MacBooks to 3D printers, touchscreens, and various broadcasting equipment to show sporting events, concerts, and pep rallies in the highest quality possible.
Here at Farmington, we take our athletic program seriously. We strive for greatness in every sport, whether it's baseball, softball, football, basketball, volleyball, golf, track, cross country, cheer, dance, or tennis. We settle for nothing short of excellence. With top-of-the-line facilities and new ones to come, Farmington is a place for all athletes.
Zing Broadband is a proud sponsor of area schools and is excited to offer incredible fast internet speeds. Our students can focus on what really matters, knowing that Zing Broadband can keep up with them. We recognize the hard work and dedication of our students and athletes, and we've built a network to deliver their demand. Zing Broadband proudly serves our local communities and supports all their endeavors.
The academies give students an opportunity to be grouped together with other students that have similar career interests, so that we're not all part of just a big student population. We are all headed in the same direction.
We're really excited to implement them to provide some career training for kids as they get out into the real world, so they have the expectations and they know what's going to go on.
So we're back, Cardinal fans. I think we're about to have the player introductions here. But as you can see over there in the corner of your screen, the student section has come out lively tonight for this volleyball matchup between your Farmington Cardinals and the Pea Ridge Blackhawks. I think momentarily after the player introductions, we will have the national anthem, so we will present that to you. But until then, I am going to keep my mouth shut, and we are going to watch the national anthem and play introductions. So I'm Brody Hill, and I'll be right back.
Real estate is like football.
Hey, get those.
Hello again, Cardinal fans. Coming to you live from Cardinal Arena. Brian Dean, Brody Hill, the Pea Ridge Lady Blackhawks and your Farmington Lady Cardinals in set number 1. Tied it 2 apiece. With Lady Blackhawk Kaylin Shackelford back serving. Played by Anderson. And that kill attempt is out of bounds off of the hand of number 7, Josie Goldberg, in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Anderson checks out, Bry checks in, the libero was Anderson. Lovell checks in, replacing number 10, Callie Stout. Lovell back to serve, up 3-2. First serve looked to be going long, but Olivia McCracken put her hands up, glances off her hands and out of bounds. Point for the good guys. Lovell still serving for the Lady Cardinals, up 4-2. Lovell serves up, it is deep. Played by the libero. Free ball over to the Lady Cardinals. Adams sets up Bry. And the kill attempt was short off of Bry's hands. Side out, Lady Blackhawks.
Yeah, right there it looked like Bry looked like she may have hesitated just a tad before that kill attempt.
Well, the set was a little bit off the mark too, so hopefully the Lady Cardinals will rebound. Bry plays the free ball over. Here's a putback off the hand of Addison Fenton down onto the floor. As Fenton checks out, being replaced by the libero Paige Anderson, who goes back to serve up 5-3. Early goings, game number 1.
Fenton's someone I'd watch out for in these games. She did really well last week. She had some great kills like that right there. She plays really aggressive.
If you leave as that one goes out of bounds, off the hands of number 15, I believe it is, Raven Cawthon. You're right, if you leave a soft one up right in front of the middle section of the net, Pittman, Fenton, Stout are all liable to put it right back in your face. As Brittany gets up for a kill attempt, it is blocked and played off the back row for Pea Ridge. Adams to Bry, and that one is out of bounds.
A little too much there for Bry.
Number 10, Ashlyn Humphrey back to serve for the Lady Blackhawks. Her serve's up, is dug out nicely by Lovell. Adams puts it over the net. Lady Redbirds recover. Adams to Bry. And that is played by the libero for Pea Ridge. Adams with a little tap over, unsuccessful. Bry with a kill attempt. Blocked at the net, played by Lady Blackhawks. Goldberg with a kill attempt. Dug out phenomenally by Lovell. Unfortunately, it went out of bounds.
Like you said, great dig, just a little too far out.
When you match power with a brick arms, solid base, that ball is going to ricochet off. Pittman goes for a tap kill and it's successful. Side out, Lady Redbirds. Madison Cox checks in, replacing Addie Castle. Remy Adams back to serve. Sophomore with a 7-5 lead. Serves up. Played by the libero for Pea Ridge. Goldberg sends it over the net, played by Anderson. Remy Adams sets up Bry. Kill attempt is blocked and onto the base of the floor. Point for Farmington.
Kill attempt right there. I don't think I'd want to get in front of that one.
Gracie Easterling is the libero for Pea Ridge. Wearing the red jersey. Adams is served, glances off the net. Goldberg with a kill attempt is blocked at the net, but falls on the wrong side. Side out Pea Ridge. Lauren Wright checks back into the ball game for Pea Ridge, replacing number 4, Kaylin Shackelford. Pea Ridge's serve is played by Pittman. Madison Cox with a kill attempt. Glances off the hands of 2 Pea Ridge players. And Cox is going to get called for a double hit on her set. 8-7, Farmington. Josie Goldberg back to serve for P. Ridge. Her serve's up. It's a short one, glances off the net, dug out nicely by Cox. Unfortunately played to the floor.
Cox was just a little too late on that one right there, but if she would have been there, they probably would have gone over the net nicely.
Goldberg with the serve, tied at 8. Her serve's up, played by Pittman. Set up to Adams. Adams with the tip drill over, played off the hands of Easterling. And there's a block at the net by Cox and Pittman, looks like. Callie Stout checks back into the ball game for the Lady Cardinals, replacing Madison Lovell. She takes her outside hitter position. Morgan Bry back to serve. Played by the libero Easterling. Goldberg with a kill attempt is inbounds.
What did it look like to you from up here, Dean?
What that look like?
Yeah.
It looked like a strong kill from the back row off the hands of Goldberg. It looked in from this vantage point. Bry plays it off of Easterling's serve. Stout with a kill attempt, dug out nicely by Easterling. Adams sets up Pittman with a kill attempt, blocked at the net by number 24, Kinley Burton. Nice dig by Bry, sending it over to the net. There's a block by Pittman at the net. Stout plays that one to Adams, gets set back up from Adams. Stout with a kill attempt, played by Goldberg on the back row. There's a tip drill. Successful for P. Ridge. P. Ridge captures the lead at 10-9. Game number 1. Easterling back serving for P. Ridge. Her serve's up. Played off the hands of Bryce, setting up to Adams. Adams with the tip drill over. Stout blocked at the net, played nicely, recovered nicely by Bry. Great hustle by Paige Anderson to keep that ball alive. Played over as a free ball. Here's the kill attempt, is out of bounds. I believe that was off the hands of Lauren Wright.
I don't know if anyone's noticed yet, but we have a student section that's come out tonight for the volleyball game.
If they haven't noticed, I'd hate to say it, but they need to wake up.
I agree.
The student section has been loud and proud for both the Prairie Grove game last week and now this week against P. Ridge as Addison Fenton and Madison Cox double team a kill attempt off the hands of Lauren Wright and onto the floor at inbounds. Farmington recaptures the lead at 11-10. Pittman back serving. Serves up, jump serve, off the net, and called out of bounds outside the antenna. Side out P. Ridge, tie the ball game at 11 apiece. Serves up, played by Anderson on the back row. Adams sets up Stout. Stout, kill attempt, blocked at the net. Pittman with a good dig off the back row. Cox with a kill attempt. Saved by Easterling, played over the net to Farmington. Fenton sends one. Farmington ladies thought that ball was tipped. Unfortunately, the line judge and the referees say you got to go with the call. Out of bounds. Pittman plays that one to Adams. Adams sets up Stout. Stout with a kill attempt is inbounds this time. Side out for the good guys. Addie Castle checks back in, replacing Madison Cox. Tied at 12 apiece, game number 1. On the court for your Redbirds, Castle is back serving. Pittman and Anderson make up the back row with him. Stout, Fenton, and Adams on the front row. Is a pushover out of bounds. Off the hands of number 24, Kinley Burton. Burton, Easterling, Humphrey, Wright, Humphrey tips that one over and is successful. Wright checks out in favor of Kaylin Shackelford, who goes back to serve. I believe Olivia McCracken is also on the floor for P. Ridge. Shackelford back serving. Her serves up, played by Pittman on the back row. Adams sets up Stout. Kill attempt by Goldberg at the net, unsuccessful. Bride checks back in, replacing Paige Anderson. Lovell checks in, replacing Stout. Lovell back serving for the Lady Redbirds, up 14-13. Game number 1. Lovell serves up. There's a kill attempt off the hands of Kinley Burton and out of bounds in favor of Farmington. Lovell with a 15-13 lead sends her serve over the net. Goldberg with a kill attempt, and it's onto the floor.
That's a really aggressive kill there by Goldberg. I don't know anyone that'd want to get in front of that one.
It's hard to say, and I would tell you that if I squared one up, I would not want my face in the square. P. Ridges serves up, played off the back row by Lovell. Bryce sends it over the net for the Lady Cardinals. Fenton tips one over.
It's almost like Fenton got her hand over the net before the ball could go over and just kept it on the other side.
Which is perfectly legal, as long as she doesn't touch the net. P. Ridge's captain Olivia McCracken checking with the referee on something. Unsuccessful. Pages serves up, played off the hands of Easterling. So push over from P. Ridge. Adams to Bry. Kill attempt dug out by Josie Goldberg. Goldberg's play over the net is met by Brittany Adams off the hands of a P. Ridge player and out of bounds. Farmington goes up 17-14 in game number 1. P. Ridge wants a timeout, and we'll take it with him. You're listening to Farmington Lady Cardinal Volleyball on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
Real estate is like football. You want a winning team that knows how to run offense and defense, knows the plays, the competition, how to score, and isn't afraid to get a little dirty. The McNaughton team knows 2 important things. 1, how to help you buy, sell, invest in, and manage real estate. And 2, how to cheer on the home team with an awesome tailgate event. For all your real estate needs, visit us at allnwahomes.com. McNaughton, your neighborhood community realtors.
Ozark Dermatology offers full medical, surgical, and aesthetic services. Our team offers comprehensive care for medical and surgical conditions for adults and children. Our experienced, board-certified...
We're back, Cardinal fans, from Farmington Arena. Brody Hill, Brian Dean, bringing you tonight's action between the Lady Cardinals and the Lady Blackhawks of P. Ridge. Paige Anderson back to serve for Farmington, up 17-14, game number 1. Anderson serves up, played by Easterling on the back row. Goldberg with the kill attempt is long and out of bounds. Farmington's up by 4, 18-14. Anderson serves up and out of bounds. Easterling thought about it, then thought, oh, take my chances. Close the deficit to 3. Humphrey, jump serve. And it's an ace. 18-16 in favor of Farmington. P. Ridge has the ball in the service. Ashley Humphrey, second serve is out of bounds. Side out Farmington, Madison Cox checks back in for Addie Castle. Remy Adams back to serve with a 19-16 lead. Her serve's up and is long. Check it back into the ball game for P. Ridge is number 5, Lauren Wright, replacing number 4, Kaylin Shackelford. Adams steps up Bry with a cross-court kill, dug out by number 11, Olivia McCracken. It's a tip off the hands of Wright. Bry with a kill attempt is long. Goldberg thought about it, realized where she was, standing on the back tape, and decided to let it go. 19-18 in favor of the Redbirds. Goldberg still serving for P. Ridge. Her serves up, played by Anderson on the back row. Adams sets up Pittman. Pittman's kill attempt is tipped and dug out by Easterling. Adams to Bry. Kill is blocked at the net, off the head. Hands and head. Cox kills one in favor of Farmington. Coach Howard wanted a couple of extra hits as it was blocked at the net and then roll off the head of Pea Ridge player. Unsuccessful. Stout checks in for Lovell as Morgan Bry goes back to serve. Up 20-18. Her serves over the net, played by Wright. Kill attempt by Wright. Double tap at the net by Wright and Adams. Wright sends it back over, played by Bry. Adams to Stout. Tip, kill. 21-18 in favor of Farmington. Game number 1. The sophomore Bry serves up. Played on the back row by Pea Ridge over the net. Pittman sends it back over. Stout to Adams. To Pittman, tip. Goldberg with a kill attempt. Out of bounds. Timeout, Lady Blackhawks. Down 22-18. That's their second timeout of this match. And Brody, so far so good. Up 4 points in game number 1.
I don't think there's anything that we've seen that is not to like so far in this game.
The only thing that
I mean, a couple maybe so-called missed calls, but other than that, some great volleyball by the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if it's missed calls. I will say we've had a couple of unforced errors where we've served it long out of bounds, turned the ball over, and gave up a point to Pea Ridge. But other than that, pretty sound, pretty clean ball game. There's, the only real, I wonder what happened type scenarios when the ball was blocked at the net on Pea Ridge's side and then it rolled off the girl's head. But that's one of those bang things that it's hard to decide.
It's kind of they have to interpret it in the moment, and whatever call they make, it's what they make.
Yep. Bryce serve. Up 22-18. Goes over the net. Dug out by Goldberg on the back row. Pea Ridge plays one over. Played by Bry to Adams. To Stout. Kill. And down. On the floor on Pea Ridge side, right in front of a diving Josie Goldberg. Farmington closes within 2 points of game number 1 victory. (23-18) in favor of Farmington. Bry serves up, played by Easterling on the back row. Set for Goldberg, and it's in the Bermuda Triangle. Libero back serving for Pea Ridge. Burton checks back in, replacing number 15, Raven Cawthon. Easterling back serving down 19-23. Her serves up, played by Stout. Pittman sends it over. And it falls on the floor on Pea Ridge's side. Anderson checks out. Fenton checks back in. Pittman goes back to serve. Game point. Favor of Farmington. Jump serve off Pittman's hands. Played on the back row by Goldberg. Pea Ridge's kills get blocked at the net. Free ball from Fenton. Played on the back row by Goldberg. It's a tip kill. Played nicely by Cox. Over to Pittman. Sent over the net by Stout. Good try there by Fenton. The ball just didn't have enough legs to get over the net. Anderson checks back in, replacing Bry. 24-20 in favor of Farmington.
I don't even think Fenton was too mad about that. I see her smiling on the court right now. So
yeah, there's nothing that you could do about that one. Stout with a kill attempt is successful, and that's the ball game. In game number 1, Farmington wins it 25-20 over Pea Ridge. The two teams will take a quick break, switch sides of the court, and we'll take a timeout with them. For Brody Hill, I'm Brian Dean from Farmington Cardinal Arena. You're listening to Farmington Lady Cardinal Volleyball on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
At Farmington High School, we have a vast array of technology, ranging from MacBooks to touchscreens, and various broadcasting equipment to show sporting events, concerts, and pep rallies in the highest quality possible.
Here at Farmington, we take our athletic program seriously. We strive for greatness in every sport, whether it's baseball, softball, football, basketball, volleyball, golf, track, cross country, cheer, dance, or tennis. We settle for nothing short of excellence. With top-of-the-line facilities and new ones to come, Farmington is a place for all athletes.
Zing Broadband is a proud sponsor of area schools and is excited to offer incredible fast internet speeds. Our students can focus on what really matters, knowing that Zing Broadband can keep up with them. We recognize the hard work and dedication of our students and athletes, and we've built a network to deliver their demand. Zing Broadband proudly serves our local communities and supports all their endeavors.
The academies give students an opportunity to be grouped together with other students that have similar career interests, so that we're not all part of just a big student population. We are all headed in the same direction.
We're really excited to implement them to provide some career training for kids as they get out into the real world, so they have the expectations and they know what's going to go on.
Welcome back, Cardinal fans. Getting set for game number 2 as Farmington and Pea Ridge flip sides. On the court for your Lady Redbirds, Callie Stout, Remy Adams, and Brittany Pittman on the front row. Addison Cox, nope. Addie Castle, Addison Fenton, and Morgan Bry on the back row. Set to check back in is number 15, Paige Anderson. On the floor for the Lady Blackhawks, number 24, Kinley Burton. Number 7, Josie Goldberg. Number 10, Ashlyn Humphrey. Number 15, Raven Cawthon. Number 5, Lauren Wright. And number 11, Olivia McCracken. Discussion between the down ref and Coach Howard. Not sure exactly what's going on.
I think it's just some moving around personnel type thing.
Yeah, getting the rotation set. Castle and Adams switch sides. Adams goes to the back row, Castle to the front row. Anderson checks in for Fenton. Set to check in for Pea Ridge is their libero, number 25, Gracie Easterling. Easterling going back to serve. She's replacing Raven Cawthon. Redbirds victorious in game number 1, 25-20. Pea Ridge has services this go around. Easterling serves up, played off the back row by Pittman. Pittman sends a free ball over. Punch over the net by...
And it looks like they're going to try to get us for a double hit, correct? Something of that sort.
That is correct. That's what was called.
I don't know if Coach Howard liked that one too much.
Pittman's the captain on the floor for Farmington. Goes over to check with the up ref, who's calling over the down ref.
Looks like we got her to...
No point is awarded.
Give us a little leniency right there on that one. Looks like a Lady Blackhawks trying to get a explanation for that recall, I guess.
Blackhawk head coach Jessica Wood sent her captain over to the up ref, looking for a call. Up ref explained it to their captain, who reports back over to her coach. So we reset it, back at 0. Easterling with the serve.
That was an interesting course of events right there. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that in my time watching volleyball.
Anderson sets up Stout, blocked at the net, played by Bry. Adams sets up Pittman, punch over the net. Goldberg with a punch over. Adams with a tip. Easterling with a free ball, played by Anderson. Adams sets up Stout, who kills it and out of bounds. Just a little too much mustard. 1-0 in favor of Pea Ridge. Easterling serves up, played by Stout. Adams to Stout, and that one's out as well. A little too much left turn, Clyde. Pea Ridge takes a 2-0 lead in game number 2. Down 1-0. Easterling serve. Lances off the net, played by Pittman. Adams sets up Anderson. Anderson, nice dig there by Goldberg. Cox with a kill attempt is inbounds. Fenton checks in for libero Anderson as Pittman goes back to serve. Fenton takes her position as middle blocker. Pittman with the jump serve, played by Goldberg on the back row. There's a kill off the hand of number 5, Lauren Wright. Goes through 2 Farmington blockers and out of bounds. Side out Pea Ridge. That tip from Burton is out of bounds in favor of the Redbirds. Addie Castle checks back in, replacing Madison Cox. Castle goes back to serve, down 2-3. Castle serves up and into the net. Unforced error. Number 4, Kaylin Shackelford checks in for Pea Ridge, replacing number 5, Lauren Wright. Shackelford back serving for Pea Ridge, up 4-2. Her serves up and into the net. So both teams there trade unforced errors. Anderson checks out for Bry. Lovell checks in for Stout. Bry, Adams, Fenton on the front court for Farmington. Castle, Lovell, Pittman on the back court. Lovell serving, down 3-4. Her serves up. It's played by the back row, Easterling. Tip over the net by Ashlyn Humphrey, hits the floor inbounds in favor of Pea Ridge. Easterling checks out. Cawthorn checks back in. Burton, serve, glances off the net, played by Bry. Pittman plays one to the back row of Pea Ridge. Goldberg attempts a soft little kill and puts it into the net. Anderson checks back in, replacing Fenton. Going back to serve, down 4-5. Game number 2. Anderson serves up, played by Easterling. Pittman went up for a double block and is in the net. Off the hands of number 10, Ashlyn Humphrey. Tie ball game, 5 apiece. Anderson serve, played off the back row by Shackelford. 2 Lady Blackhawks collide with each other. Ball hits the floor as Farmington captures the first lead in game number 2, 6-5. Anderson serve, dug in the back row by Easterling. Goldberg with a kill. Side out, P Ridge. Tie ball game, 6 apiece, game number 2. Farmington successful in game number 1, 25-20. Humphrey serves up, play by Lovell. Set up to Adams. Adams setting up Bry. Cross court kills, inbounds. Cox checks back in for Castle as Adams goes back to serve. Adams' serve is the short one just over the net, but successful for an ace. We need more of those, Brody.
I agree, there's nothing wrong with a good ace.
Maybe Adams has got a few ace in the sleeves. We shall see. Second serve's up. Played on the back row by P. Ridge. Goldberg with a tap kill in front of a diving Lovell. Side out, tied at 8 apiece. Check it back in for P. Ridge is Lauren Wright, replacing Shackelford. Goldberg serves up, played by Anderson. To Adams, to Bry. Tapped at the net by Lauren Wright and falls to the floor on P. Ridge's side.
It looked like she may have tried to make a play with the foot. I'm not sure if that's legal in volleyball.
Sure is.
It's legal to make a play with your foot in volleyball?
Yep. Any part of your body.
I'm learning things every day. That's a new one for me.
There's a tip drill over the net, played by Adam. Stout sends it back over and just a little too strong. Seen that a couple of times by Stout tonight. Hopefully she gets it dialed in. 9 apiece, Easterling serving back for P. Ridge. Serves over the net, played by Anderson, set up to Adams, Pittman. Wright did her best to send that free ball over the net. Unsuccessful in favor of Farmington. 10-9, Pittman back serving. Pittman's jump serves over the net, played by Goldberg on the back row. Kinley Burton tried to kill attempt, but before it went, I thought that net call was called against P. Ridge, and apparently it was called against Farmington. P. Ridge serves over, played by Cox on the front row. Stout with a kill attempt. I'm going to call 4 hits on that one player, as the ball just kind of stuck between her hand and the net.
Me being the expert on volleyball I am, I think I could have made that call.
Olivia McCracken, that was. Addie Castleback serving from Farmington. Her serves up, played on the back row by Easterling. Kill attempt dug out by Anderson. Adams sets up Stout. Stout with a tip drill in the Bermuda Triangle of P. Ridge and onto the floor.
Hey, when the ball gets into the Bermuda Triangle, I don't think it's ever going to come back.
Well, luckily we got the ball back then.
Luckily we have a supply of balls here in Farmington Arena.
Goldberg sends that free ball over. Adams with the tip. And that kill attempt off the hand of number 10. Ashlyn Humphrey goes out of bounds. Timeout P. Ridge. Farmington takes the 13-10 lead, and we'll take a quick break with him. For Brody Hill, I'm Brian Dean from Farmington Cardinal Arena. You're listening to Farmington Lady Cardinal Volleyball on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest. Today's goal, outmaneuver these chess pros.
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate. Checkmate.
Okay. I should let an expert like James help me. And for your financial goals, Arvest is the expert. Our approach to financial planning will help you make all the right moves. Get started now and be prepared for the future like royalty. Trust the experts. Trust Arvest. Hear from a chess pro at our experts website.
Back.
We're back, Cardinal fans. Castle still serving for for Farmington, up 13-10, game number 2. Castle serves up, played by Easterling on the back row for P. Ridge. Tip drill in the Bermuda Triangle of Farmington. Lands on the bird's eye right in front of Remy Adams. Side out P. Ridge. Shackelford checks in for right for P. Ridge. Goes back to serve, down 13-11, game number 2. Shackelford serves up, played by Pittman on the back row. Adams sets up Fenton. Dug out by P. Ridge. Stout with the kill. Blocked at the net and out of bounds. Bride checks in, replacing Anderson. Lovell checks in, replacing Stout. Lovell back to serve, up 14-11. Lovell serves up, played by Shackelford. Fenton to Adams, to Fenton.
And a good block attempt there by the Lady Blackhawks.
It was. They were in position. I'd like to see what happened if Fenton didn't swing and miss. Burton sends that one over for P. Ridge. Adams to Bry, punches one over. Goldberg, kill attempt, is in Fayetteville.
Goldberg's kind of like our Addison Fenton. I've been hearing her name a lot tonight. She's really aggressive.
That call is reversed from out of bounds to a tip, off the hands of Farmington. P. Ridge closes within 1, down 14-13. Burton sends one over, dug out nicely by Pittman. Goldberg, blocked by Fenton, but unfortunately a little too strong. When power meets power, that's what happens. And both of those ladies have power. Mike Howard does the only thing that he can do until Fenton just has a little softer hands. Adams to Bry. That tip off the hands of Humphrey is unsuccessful and into the net. Side out Farmington, taking a 15-14 lead. Anderson checks in, Fenton checks out. Anderson serves up. Blocked at the net by Pittman. Goldberg with a kill attempt is out of bounds. This time that one was not touched. And that one went to South Fayetteville.
You know, I don't think volleyball would be for me either. I think every time it came up in my hand, it'd go up in the rafters.
Anderson serve, played on the back row by P. Ridge's Easterling.
I'd be the best player for the other team.
Nice play by Castle to keep that ball alive. It was questionable. Goldberg sends one down to kill attempt over to Farmington side, dug out very well by Lovell. Pittman, kill attempt, played by Shackelford. Goldberg kills that one off the hands of Addie Castle on the back row for Farmington. Pull within 1. 16-15, Farmington leads it. Game number 2 after taking game number 1, 25-20. And that one was tipped. Humphrey, his first serve was successful off the glancing blow off the arms of Addie Castle to tie it at 16 apiece. Castle plays that one to Adams. Adams to Bry. Free ball from P. Ridge. Adams sets up Pittman. Tip over both blockers at the net for P. Ridge and onto the floor. Side out Farmington. Up 17-16. Cox checks in. Castle checks out. Adams goes back to serve. Adams' serve has too much power behind it. Goes out of bounds. Wright checks back in for P. Ridge, replaces Shackelford. Goldberg back serving. Played by Lovell. (18-17) P. Ridge. serves up, played by Anderson. Pittman sends a tap drill down on, I guess it was dug out by number 15, Cawthon. And then out of bounds. Stout checks in, Lovell checks out. Bry back to serve. Tied at 18. Bry serves up, played by Easterling on the back row to Goldberg. To right, over the net, Adams sends it over. Cox tries to tip it over. Adams sets up Stout. Blocked at the net and out of bounds. I believe that one was blocked out of bounds by number 11, McCracken. Farmington reclaims the 19-18 lead. Bry, serve, played by Goldberg. That block at the net was by Pittman and onto the floor. Cardinals up 2. Timeout P. Ridge, and Brody, this is one of those seesaw battles, and I was talking to Coach Blue a little bit earlier, and I told him about the video board getting set back up and that sort of thing, and then we started chatting about tonight's game between the Lady Blackhawks and Farmington, and I told him I think it's going to be a little tight. And I said, to be honest with you, I really think that the conference title comes down to Farmington and P. Ridge.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I mean, the whole time I've been watching the game, the Lady Cardinals and the Lady Blackhawks have been really evenly matched. They play the same kind of game. They have strikers that are really aggressive, and they like to get the ball over the net really hard.
And he made a good point. He brought up Shiloh, and I said, that's true. I forgot about Shiloh being in our conference when it comes down to that aspect, but I told him I still think it comes down to these two teams. So we might be seeing conference title in the making. Bry serves up, played by P. Ridge. Bry just a tad bit shy of getting to that dig. Side out P. Ridge, down 20-19 in game number 2. Easterling back serving. Cox, Adams on the front row, Stout, Anderson, Bry, and Pittman on the back row. Easterling serves up, played by Anderson. Adams sets up Pittman, who kills it right in front of a diving Josie Goldberg.
And I wouldn't be surprised the rest of the night, the rest of the sets, I wouldn't be surprised if the games are looking like this, really close back and forth.
Pittman back serving up 21-19 as Fenton checks in for Anderson. Pittman's jump serves up, played by Easterling. Lauren Wright with a killer attempt, unsuccessful. Tip drill by Stout. Stout tips it back into the Bermuda Triangle. One of those 50-50 balls, and Stout goes, all right, you don't want it, I'll take it, I'll jump up, and here you go. Pittman still serving, up 22-19. Pittman's jump serves up, played by Goldberg for an ace. And Farmington faithful gets loud. Lady Cardinals back up their ace call from the bench, and in the process, Coach Howard loses a couple of toes. Not literally, but they got stomped on.
I was about to say something about that, but
Pittman, played by Goldberg on the back row. There's a push attempt, recovered by Anderson, sets up Cox, out of bounds. Side out P. Ridge. McCracken back serving for P. Ridge. McCracken serve gets played by Pittman. Stout. There's a block at the net by Fenton and Cox. Onto the floor and inbounds. Kraken goes over and questions the up ref about something. Castle checks in, Cox checks out. Game point, Farmington up 24-20. Perfect time for an ace right here, Brody. Castle serves up. Played by Easterling on the back row. Tip dug out nicely by Stout. Fenton swings and misses at that kill attempt. That's the second one tonight, I believe, Brody. Shackelford checks in, Wright checks out. Farmington got game point at 24-21. Shackelford back serving. Her serves up. Played on the back row by Pittman. To Adams, to Stout. Blocked out of bounds.
Hey, that's one way to get into the next set. Let the other team do it for you.
Yep, absolutely. Farmington takes game number 2, 25-21. Headed to game number 3. Both teams are switching sides again. We'll take a quick timeout and be back. For Brody Hill, I'm Brian Dean from Farmington Cardinal Arena. You're listening to Lady Cardinal Volleyball on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network. Been saving up for or ready to start thinking about and building your dream home from the ground up? If it is that time for that decision to become a reality for you, wait no longer and reach out to Bauman and Crossnow Construction. Established in 2013, Mike Bauman alongside with Michael and Lane Crossnow, Bauman and Crossnow Construction specialize in residential custom homes, general contracting, multifamily homes, and other specialized homes as well. Having lived in Northwest Arkansas for a combined 61 years, Bauman and Crossnow Construction are no strangers to the Northwest Arkansas and Farmington areas. They can be reached at www.baumancrossnow.com. Bauman and Crossnow Construction, where your dream home can become a reality, are proud supporters of Farmington Cardinal Athletics. Go Cards! Are you in the market for some exterior or home improvements? Is your home ready for new siding, gutters, or metal roof, or asphalt roof? Do you need a new metal building or a shop? Give Foster's Exterior Solutions a call today. Locally owned and operated right here in Farmington since 2008, Foster's Exterior Solutions is a proud supporter of Farmington Cardinal Athletics.
Hello, this is Kerry Pitts with Foster's Exterior Solutions. Please give us a call for all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs.
Welcome back, Cardinal fans, to Farmington Cardinal Arena volleyball action. The Volley Cards in action against Pea Ridge tonight. The Lady Blackhawks. Farmington up 2 games to none, 25-20 in game number 1, 25-21. Game number 2, Adams set to serve over the net for Farmington. Wright plays it over the net. Cox off the net, and free ball to Farmington, played by Lovell. Adams sets up Bry. Kill. Tipped and dug out nicely on the back row by Goldberg. Pittman's kill attempt is blocked at the net by Pea Ridge and onto the floor. Side out Pea Ridge. I believe this is number 11, Olivia McCracken, serving for Pea Ridge. Adams sets up Cox. Goldberg with a dig. Played by Lovell. Bry with a kill glancing off the net and in front, onto the floor in front of a diving Goldberg.
Hey, Bry's a sophomore, correct?
She is.
Hey, that's a sophomore out there making big plays.
Stout checks in, replacing Lovell as Bry, the other sophomore. Wait a minute, you mentioned Bry.
Yes.
Adams is the other sophomore that's on the floor for Farmington. Bry's serve gets played on the back row by Goldberg. Little tap drill over from Pea Ridge. Adams sets up Stout. Blocked at the net and out of bounds. Favor of Farmington. Cards up 2-1 in game number 3. Bryce serves up. Played by Easterling on the back row for P Ridge.
And we were just talking about before we came back to break how this is one of those games where you notice the girls are out here laying out for these balls to get those digs.
They are. Always a competitive ball game between Farmington and P Ridge. As number 4, Kaylin Shackelford goes back to serve. Played on the back row by Bry. Free ball from Stout. Played by Easterling on the back row. Tip drill into the Bermuda Triangle of Farmington. Off the hand of number 24, Kinley Burton. P Ridge takes a 3-2 lead. Early goings, game number 3, Shackelford back serving. Her serves up, played by Bry. To Adams, tip drill in the Bermuda Triangle, right about the beak. In front of Easterling for P Ridge, side out Redbirds. Pittman goes back to serve, Fenton checks in. Anderson checks out. Pittman's jump serves up. Dug out by Easterling. Goldberg with a kill attempt. It's off the hands of Cox and Fenton and onto the floor. Bry checks out, Anderson checks in. Brody, we were talking a while ago about how competitive these two teams are against each other and how good the games are usually, and we had a P Ridge fan that just informed us a little bit ago that 17 ties or lead changes in game number 1, 14 in game number 2.
Hey, I believe it. Last couple sets, I've just been head has been going back and forth the whole game, and it's staying that way so far.
Yep. That ball goes out of bounds in favor of P Ridge. I'd like to give a shout out to Mark Humphrey over there retrieving the ball for us as he's recording stats and things like that for the Washington County newspaper. Fenton with the tip. Back over the net. Off the arms of Goldberg and out of bounds. Easterling checks in for P Ridge. Addie Castle checks in for Farmington, replacing Madison Cox. Every time Goldberg goes to swing for a kill and is successful, Brody, that is an ace. I just want to go into Goldberg mode from wrestling and just start chanting, Goldberg, Goldberg.
That name sounds familiar from basketball season. Does Goldberg play basketball for P Ridge? That may be another team.
That is a good question. That dig off the hands of Shackelford played over the net and into Fenton's hands, who puts it on the floor on P Ridge's side. Farmington recaptures the lead at 6-5. Castle serves up. Played by Shackelford and out of bounds for an ace. We mentioned as Mark Humphreys is getting his exercise, has to retrieve another ball that goes out of bounds and into the stands. 7-5 in favor of Farmington. Castle served. Played off the hands of Easterling. Adams sets up. Fenton tips it over. Goldberg with a kill attempt. Played nicely by Anderson. I didn't quite see what happened there.
I think it was just one of those things where ball's up in the air, there's two girls going after it, and it's just kind of miscommunication right there.
Farmington takes an 8-5 lead in game number 3, looking for the sweep over P Ridge. P Ridge calls the timeout, and we'll take it with him. You're listening to Farmington Lady Cardinal Volleyball on the Farm Cards Live Sports Network.
Real estate is like football. You want a winning team that knows how to run offense and defense, knows the plays, the competition, how to score, and isn't afraid to get a little dirty. The McNaughton team knows 2 important things. 1, how to help you buy, sell, invest in, and manage real estate. And 2, how to cheer on the home team with an awesome tailgate event. For all your real estate needs, visit us at allnwahomes.com. McNaughton, your neighborhood community realtors.
Ozark Dermatology offers full medical.
We're back, Cardinal fans. 8-5 lead for Farmington. Castle serves up, played on the back row by Easterling. Goldberg with a kill attempt blocked at the net by Fenton and played on Farmington's side.
I think that's what you call a Goldberg special.
If that's the case, I don't want to see too many of those.
Hey, that's why I'm up here and not down there.
Stout plays that short serve. It's set up for a kill attempt, dug out by Easterling. Goldberg, a little different. Nice job by Anderson to keep that ball inbounds. Fenton says, all right, I'll take it. Y'all don't want to go for it. I'm just going to put it down in front of you. 9-6, Farmington leads it.
Great save there by the Cardinals, and then Fenton with the finish.
Absolutely. Stout checks out in place of Lovell. Goes back to serve. Bry checks in place of Anderson. Lovell serves up with a 9-6 lead, played by Easterling on the back row. Fenton gets called in the net for Farmington. Goldberg serve is an ace. Goldberg still serving for Pea Ridge, down 8-9 in game number 3. Her serves up, played off the arms of Pittman. Adams sets up Bry. Goldberg sends it back over from the back row with a kill attempt.
Goldberg sends the ball over. It feels like there's some vengeance on it.
I am starting to notice that there is one nice save by Adams and Castle to keep that ball alive in favor of Farmington. Not sure if that was an antenna call or what type of call that was. I think it was an antenna call in favor of Farmington. Anderson serve, played by Easterling on the back row. Goldberg goes up and puts one into the net. What I was going to say a while ago as the action was unfolding, I'm starting to see that there's one speed and one strength for Goldberg, and that is full steam ahead.
Not to quote the great Chad Morris, but I think Goldberg gets in the left lane. I really think she does.
And net call called on Pea Ridge's Lauren Wright. She puts it, you're saying Goldberg puts it in the left lane and hammer down.
Yeah, definitely.
Anderson with a 12-9 lead. Serves up. Goldberg sends it over for Pea Ridge. Bry's kill attempt is a little bit long and out of bounds. Favor of Pea Ridge, close the gap 12-10. Game number 3. Cawthorn checks out. Burton checks in as Easterling goes back to serve. Her serves up, played by Castle on the back row. Bry with the kill attempt off the hands of 2 Pea Ridge blockers and out of bounds. Side out, Farmington 13-10 lead. Cox checks in, Castle checks out. Adams back to serve. Redbirds looking and hoping to complete the sweep of Pea Ridge. Adams' serve is played off the arms of Wright. Pittman gets blocked at the net. Kept alive by Anderson, back over the net. Soft one off the hands of Burton. It's a block at the net, kept alive by Bry. Played into the net and onto the floor in front of a diving Lovell. Cannot fault either one of them for the hustle. Great job. Pittman plays that one. Bit of a misset there off the hands of Adams. Onto the floor for Farmington. 13-12. Adams redeems that one, rolling off the tape of the net. Played it to Anderson on the back row. That one's out of bounds off the hands of Kinley Burton. Stout checks in, Lovell checks out. Bry back to serve. Up 14-12, game number 3. Bry serves up, shorten into the net, side out, P. Ridge. Shackelford checks in, replacing Lauren Wright. Going back to serve, down 1. 13-14 in favor of Farmington. Serves up, played by Stout. Stout to Easterling in the corner and onto the floor on P. Ridge's side. Point for Farmington. Anderson checks out, Fenton checks in, Pittman back to serve. I bet there's a jump serve coming here, Brody.
Would not doubt it.
There it is, played by Easterling. Setting up Goldberg for a kill, and it's inbounds. Anderson checks back in, replacing Bry as that ball goes into the hallway. It starts rolling to Prairie Grove. Before it gets there, though, Pittman retrieves it. Burton serving. Off the net, played by Cox. To Anderson, to Stout. Nice play there by P. Ridge. It's a push played by Pittman. Adams sets up Cox. Goldberg puts that one into the net. Side out, Redbirds. Rotation or substitution coming in for Farmington. Addie Castle replacing Madison Cox. Going back to serve. Castle serves up, played by Easterling. Cawthorn sends it over. Stout tries to kill, dug out nicely by Shackelford on the back row for P. Ridge. Block at the net, nice play by Castle, keep it alive. And number 15, Cawthorn sends it back over and onto the floor. 16-15 in favor of Cardinals. Ashlyn Humphreys goes back to serve for P. Ridge. Her serve's up, played by Pittman. And her reception goes under the net. Unsuccessful save by Adams. Tie the ball game at 16 apiece in game number 3. Serves up, played by Anderson. To Adams, to Stout. Goldberg blocked at the net and out of bounds. This is one of those times, Brody, that I feel real sorry for that ball.
Yeah, might have to have P. Ridge come by and apologize to it afterward.
Not just P. Ridge, but Fenton's hands as well. There's a block by Fenton at the net. Nice recovery by Fenton. Stout up for a kill. Unsuccessful. Goldberg with the kill attempt. Off the hands of Fenton and out of bounds. P. Ridge takes an 18-16 lead in game number 3. Coach Howard wants a timeout, and we'll take it with him. You're listening to Farmington Lady Cardinal Volleyball on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
Here at Farmington, we take our athletic program seriously. We strive for greatness in every sport, whether it's baseball, softball, football, basketball, volleyball, golf, track, cross country, cheer, dance, or tennis. We settle for nothing short of excellence. With top-of-the-line facilities and new ones to come, Farmington is a place for all athletes.
Zing Broadband is a proud sponsor of area schools and is excited to offer incredible fast internet speeds. Our students can focus on what really matters.
We're back, Cardinal fans, for Farmington Cardinal Arena. Volley Cards in action against Pea Ridge. Game number 3. Redbirds down 16-18. Pea Ridge serving. Farmington successful in game number 1, 25-20. Game number 2, 25-21. Fenton goes to kill that one, and it's inbounds. Side out, Redbirds. Lovell checks in, replacing Stout. Bry checks in, replacing Anderson. Lovell goes back to serve, down 1. I would be okay with 8 straight points off the hands of Lovell coming. Lovell's first one. Played on the back row by Easterling. Anderson sets up Bry. Played on the back row by Easterling. Goldberg with a kill attempt. Blocked out of bounds by Fenton. Side out Pea Ridge. Wright checks in, Shackelford checks out. Goldberg back to serve. Serves up, played by Lovell. Fenton, kill attempt, dug out by Goldberg. And that one hits the floor off the hands of a diving Goldberg. Love the effort by both teams being displayed tonight, Brody.
Hey, nothing ever goes wrong with a little effort. It goes a long way.
Anderson serving, dug out by Easterling. Bry keeps that one alive to Adams. Pittman with a kill attempt, dug out by Easterling. Nice job by Lovell to keep that one alive. Bry unfortunately puts that one into the net and onto the floor. Pea Ridge takes the lead 20-18. Increases their lead 20-18. Easterling back serving for Pea Ridge. First serves up is a short one and then the Bermuda Triangle for an ace. Coach Howard wants to take another timeout as it goes down 21-18, and Brody, that's heated games. Love to see the excitement by both teams. Love to see the effort by both teams they're displaying tonight.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting game. As we've said before, it's really close. Pea Ridge looking to take us into some extra sets. So we'll see what the Cardinals can do. Hopefully no errors to finish out the rest of the set, and maybe the Cardinals can come back.
It would complete the sweep of Pea Ridge if we are able to mount a successful comeback. On the court for the Redbirds, Anderson, Lovell, Castle, Adams, Bry, Pittman. Easterling back serving. The Birdcage coming alive. Castle plays that one over the net for Farmington. So push over. Lovell to Adams to Bry. Dug out by Wright. Pittman killed, kept alive at the net. Tipped at the net. And there's a push, double hit on Pea Ridge. Madison Cox checks in, replacing Addie Castle. Adams goes back to serve, down 19-21. Time to push 6. Adams serve, played by Goldberg. Goldberg with the kill attempt, dug out by Lovell. To Adams, to Cox, and in the net.
Sometimes right now it feels like you get stuck in a cycle where you feel like you're coming back, and then all of a sudden you make an error or the other team gets a good ace.
That serves up, played by Pittman on the back row. Adams sets up Pittman. Block at the net, kept alive by Pea Ridge. Nice dig by Lovell. Kept alive by Adams. Anderson puts it over the net. Pittman to Adams. Bry. Play by Goldberg. Goldberg back row punches one. Kept alive by Adams. To Cox. To Bry. and in the net. Had a good volley going on. Unfortunately, it went in favor of Pea Ridge. 23-19 Pea Ridge, game number 3. Trying to force the game 4. Lovell receives that one. Adams sets up Bry. Bry to Goldberg on the back row. That one goes out of bounds in favor of the Redbirds. Side out. Pea Ridge is calling for a tip. Up ref says, not today. Bry serves up, played by Goldberg on the back row. Nice dig by Paige Anderson on the back row for Farmington. Net is called there on number 11, Olivia McCracken. Pea Ridge's coach is questioning the down ref. 21-23. Bry serve. It's up. Played by Pea Ridge. Stout. Kill. Inbounds. In front of a diving Easterling. Pea Ridge aside. Pea Ridge wants the timeout as the Redbirds come back. 22-23 now. Looking to keep the sweep alive. Pea Ridge looking to force the game 4. Brody, what do you think Coach Howard's saying right now?
I think he's telling them to finish this game out. Only down by 1. I think he's telling them to finish hard right here. Be really aggressive. And like I always say, just get the ball over the net. Just get the ball over the net.
If it were only that simple. Great strategy, though. You put it over the net, you keep yourself alive.
Hey, for me, simpler the better.
I believe stay within yourself. Fight hard and finish, like you said, is somewhere in that message as well. Bry back to serve down 1. 23-22 in favor of Pea Ridge in game number 3. Bry serves up, played on the back row by Easterling. There's a block at the net, kept alive by Pea Ridge. Goldberg sends a little softy over the net and onto the floor on Farmington's side to bring Pea Ridge within game point. Shackelford coming back in, replacing Wright. Shackelford back serving. Her serve's played by Bry on the back row. Stout, killed, blocked, pushed over the net by Pittman. Stout to Adams, to Pittman, tip, Goldberg keeps it alive, and it's inbounds at the free throw line in favor of Pea Ridge to seal game number 3, 25-22, and to force the game 4.
So it looks like we're going to be here a little bit longer.
Both teams are switching sides yet again. And we'll be back in just a moment for game number 4 between Pea Ridge and Farmington. You're listening to Farmington Lady Cardinal Volleyball on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
Real estate is like football. You want a winning team that knows how to run offense and defense, knows the plays, the competition, how to score, and isn't afraid to get a little dirty. The McNaughton team knows 2 important things. 1, how to help you buy, sell, invest in, and manage real estate. And 2, how to cheer on the home team with an awesome tailgate event. For all your real estate needs, visit us at allnwahomes.com. McNaughton, your neighborhood community realtors.
Ozark Dermatology offers full medical, surgical, and aesthetic services. Our team offers comprehensive care for medical and surgical conditions for adults and children. Our experienced board-certified physicians and highly trained physician extenders provide state-of-the-art diagnosis, treatments, and procedures in a relaxed and compassionate setting. Let Ozark Dermatology be your path to healthy skin. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest. Today's goal, outmaneuver these chess pros.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
Okay. I should let an expert like James help me. And for your financial goals, Arvest is the expert. Our approach to financial planning will help you make all the right moves. Get started now and be prepared for the future like royalty. Trust the experts. Trust Arvest. Hear from a chess pro at our experts website.
At Farmington High School, we have a vast array of technology, ranging from MacBooks to 3D printers, touchscreens, and various broadcasting equipment to show sporting events, concerts, and pep rallies in the highest quality possible.
Welcome back, Cardinal fans, from Farmington Cardinal Arena. The Volley Cards in action against Pea Ridge Lady Blackhawks. Game number 4, with Brody Hill. I'm Brian Dean, bringing you the action tonight. Farmington successful in games number 1 and 2, 25-20, 25-21, respectively, where both teams traded 17 ties and lead changes in game number 1, 14 ties and lead changes in game number 2. Pea Ridge forces the game number 4, taking game number 3, 22-25. On the court for your Lady Cardinals: Bry, Adams, Pittman, Lovell, Castle, Fitton. Anderson set to check in. For the Lady Blackhawks, Josie Goldberg, Raven Cawthorn, Ashley Humphrey, Kinley Burton, I believe Lauren Wright. Easterling comes in for Pea Ridge. Pea Ridge has got the service. Looking to force game number 5. It's Pea Ridge. Adams plays that short serve. Bry. Puts one out of bounds. Point Pea Ridge. 1-0. Easterling serving. Played on the back row by Lovell. Adams to Pittman. Blocked at the net by Kinley Burton. And onto the floor. 2-0 Pea Ridge. Do you happen to know how many ties and lead changes were in the last game? Rye pushes that one over the net for Farmington. Adams sets up Bry. Dug out by Goldberg on the back row for Pea Ridge. Lovell to Adams to Bry. Goldberg plays it on the back row. Free ball from Pea Ridge. Lovell sets up Adams. Adams pushes one over. That kill attempt off the hands of Olivia McCracken is long. Side out Redbirds. Cox checks in. Castle checks out. Adams back to serve. Adams serves up. Played by Goldberg. There's a push. Bry. Off the hand of Goldberg. McCracken sends it over. Pittman tries to find the Bermuda Triangle in the middle of some Blackhawks. Bry's kill attempt is off the hands of Humphrey and out of bounds. And Brody just got informed 13 lead changes in the last game. Lead changes or ties. So in all 3 games, 17 ties or lead changes in game number 1, 14 in game number 2, 13 in game number 3. I bet we see a few, considering there's one already right now as Redbirds tie it up. Bry puts that one in the net.
Yeah, this game's been back and forth all night.
Really, only one time all night, Brody, either team have led by more than 3 points. That's how close this game has been. That was a service error off the hands of Pea Ridge to bring another tie to the ballgame.
I don't guess you could say, could you say that Pea Ridge could be our cross-conference rivals. And it definitely feels like a rivalry game tonight.
Volleyball-wise, between Pea Ridge and Shiloh, I would agree with that. Shackelford checks in, replacing Wright, goes back to serve, up 4-3. Played by Pittman on the back row. Adams sets up Stout. Stout puts that one onto the diving hands of number 11, Olivia McCracken, and then onto the floor. A tie at 4 apiece. I believe that's the 4th tie of this game. Tied at 2, tied at 3, tied at 4. So maybe the 3rd tie. Goldberg with the power off the hands of Fenton and out of bounds. Easterling checks out. Burton serving into the net for Pea Ridge. Tied at 5 apiece. Castle checks in, replacing Madison Cox. Going back to serve. Game tied at 5. Farmington looking to capture their first lead of the game. Castle serves up off the hands of Easterling. Goldberg sends it long and out of bounds. Farmington takes their first lead of game number 4, 6-5, trying to close it out. Castle serves up off the hands of Shackelford on the back row. Adams sets up. Finn to Easterling.
What do you think Coach Howard's arguing about right there with the...
Coach Howard is arguing that the first time that Fenton hit that was a block, and the second one should not have counted. Stout plays that one over the net for Farmington. Fenton says, I've had enough. I'm tired of swinging and missing and then not getting the call that I need to get, so I'm just going to power this one down onto the court. Through the hands of 2 Blackhawks. Farmington up 7-6, game number 4, level back to serve. Fenton, Bry, Adams in the front court. Castle, Pittman, Lovell on the back court. Played by Easterling for Pea Ridge on the back court. Here comes Goldberg, gets blocked at the net by Fenton. Fenton just overran that one. Unfortunately, another tie. Shackelford checks back in for, Lauren Wright checks back in, replacing Shackelford. Castle comes up to save that one from hitting the floor. There's a block at the net, successfully for Fenton. Fenton's a little jazzed up as she killed one just before that block. Anderson checks in, replacing the aforementioned Fenton. Up 8-7, Anderson back to serve. Anderson serves, played on the back row by Goldberg. Adams to Bry, played by Shackelford. Goldberg with the kill. Nice dig by Castle. Right. Bry to Goldberg. Castle played that one, kept it alive. That was a lift. Called off of the hand of number 10, Ashlyn Humphrey, in favor of the Redbirds. Redbirds take a 9-7 lead. Anderson back serving. Serves up, played by Easterling on the back row to Goldberg. Goldberg sets up number 5, right. Bry, dug out by Easterling. That one's in the net, then played off the hands of McCracken and under the net. as Anderson and the Redbirds go up by 3, 10-7 in game number 4. Anderson serves up and in the net. Side out in favor of P. Ridge. Anderson didn't like that serve. She had a little push going. Easterling back serving. Farmington looking for his side out. Dug out by Anderson. Pittman with the tip over. Bry with a kill attempt. Tapped at the net. Free ball from Easterling, played by Castle. Bry. Ugh. Gets called for the net violation. Thought that was going to be a good kill off the hands of Goldberg. Unfortunately, Bry hit the net. Easterling with the serve, played by Anderson. To Adams, Bry set up, played by Goldberg. Nice job by Remy Adams there to keep that one alive and not have a net or a half-court violation. Side out Farmington with 11-9 lead. Castle back serving. Cox checks in. Castle checks out. Adams back serving. Goldberg sends it over the net. Free ball for Farmington's Bry. Played by Easterling. That kill was off the arms of Madison Lovell and out of bounds. Compliments of Kinley Burton. McCracken sends it over. Rise blocked at the net, unsuccessful. Side out Redbirds, 12-10 lead. Stout checks in, Lovell checks out. Bry back to serve. Bry serves over, played by Easterling. Humphrey sends it over for P. Ridge. Stout tries to tip one over, but it's blocked and onto the floor by Burton. Side out P. Ridge, 12-11. Farmington. Shackelford checks in, Wright checks out. Shackelford back to serve. Her serves up, played by Bry on the back row. Two middle blockers meet each other, and unfortunately it fell on Farmington's side.
Got another tie up there on the scoreboard.
Shackelford serves up, dug out by Bry. As P. Ridge takes a 13-12 lead. Serves up, played by Anderson. Adams setting up Stout. Stout puts it onto the floor in front of a diving Easterling. Pittman's jump serves up, played by Easterling. Goldberg sends that one to Fayetteville. Redbirds capture a 14-13 lead. Pittman, played on the back row by Shackelford. Free ball coming for P. Ridge, played by Pittman. To Adams. Stout blocked at the net and out of bounds off the hands of number 10, Ashlyn Humphrey. Redbirds on a mini run.
The way this game's been, you have to call that a mini run.
Pittman serves, played by Shackelford. Easterling sends that one into the net. As Farmington rolls off 4 straight points, P. Ridge wants to take a timeout, and we'll take it with him. For Brody Hill, I'm Brian Dean from Farmington Cardinal Arena. You're listening to Farmington Lady Cardinal Volleyball on the Farm Cards Live Sports Network. you been saving up for or ready to start thinking about and building your dream home from the ground up? If it is that time for that decision to become a reality for you, wait no longer and reach out to Bauman and Crossnow Construction. Established in 2013, Mike Bauman, alongside with Michael and Lane Crossnow, Bauman and Crossnow Construction specialize in residential custom homes, general contracting, multi-family homes, and other specialized...
We're back, Cardinal fans. Game number 4 between Pea Ridge and the Volley Cards. Volley Cards up 16-13 over Pea Ridge, looking to close this one out. Pittman serves up, played by Easterling. Adams sets up Stout. Stout's kill attempt is tapped at the net by number 24, Kinley Burton, and out of bounds as Farmington goes up 17-13. Pittman running off 5 straight. Serves up. Played on the back row by Shackelford. Goldberg kills one off of 2 blockers, Cox and Fenton, and onto the floor. A side out for Pea Ridge. Pea Ridge is down 17-14. Anderson plays Burton's. Burton served. Fenton kills that one off the hands of McCracken and out of bounds. Side out, Farmington. Castle checks in, replacing Madison Cox. Castle goes back to serve with an 18-14 lead. I'd be okay with a push 7 right here. Castle serves up, dug out by Easterling. That one falls on the floor, Farmington side. Side out Pea Ridge, 18-15 Farmington. Humphrey back serve. Is out of bounds. Unforced error. Lovell checks in, replacing Stout. Bry comes in, replacing Anderson. Lovell back to serve. Up 19-15. Double hit called on Pea Ridge as Farmington goes up 20-15. Pea Ridge wants to call a timeout. We'll take a short break with him. You're listening to Farm Cards. Farmington Cardinal, Lady Cardinal Volleyball on the Farm Cards Live Sports Network.
Real estate is like football. You want a winning team that knows how to run offense and defense, knows the plays, the competition, how to score, and isn't afraid to get a little dirty. The McNaughton team knows 2 important things. 1, how to help you buy, sell, invest in, and manage real estate. And 2, how to cheer on the home team with an awesome tailgate event. For all your real estate needs, visit us at allnwahomes.com. McNaughton, your neighbor.
We're back, Cardinal fans. Farmington Cardinal Arena with Brody Hill. I'm Brian Dean. Volley Cards in action against Pea Ridge Lady Blackhawks. Lovell back serving up 20-15 in game number 4. Goldberg keeps that one alive for Pea Ridge, then sends it out of bounds. Redbirds hoping for a push 4 with Madison Lovell back serving. Serves up, and it's just a bit long. Shackelford checks out and being replaced by Lauren Wright. Josie Goldberg back to serve, down 15-22. Goldberg serve, played on the back row by Castle. Adams sets up Bry. Nice job there by Goldberg. Puts it in the net. (22-16) in favor of the Redbirds. Anderson back to serve. Anderson serves, played on the back row by Goldberg for Pea Ridge. Nice recovery there by Bry. Adams sets up Pittman. Adams with a kill attempt. Dug out by Goldberg. Bry with a kill. Blocked at the net but kept alive. Falls on the floor in front of a diving Anderson. Side out for P Ridge. 22-17 Redbirds. Easterling back serving for P Ridge. Her serves up, little short one, played by Bry. Adams set up Bry, blocked at the net. Bry sends that one over. Adams to Pittman to Bry. Nice dig by Lovell. Bry tries to kill one. Recovery by Goldberg for P Ridge. Pushover. Played by Adams to Pittman to Bry. Goldberg's there again. Burton puts that one on the floor for P Ridge to close the gap, 22-18. I think Lovell was expecting a fastball there and got a change up instead. Digs that one out. Adams pushes it over the net. Anderson digs that one. Adams pushes that one over the net and out of bounds.
P Ridge slowly but surely closing the deficit.
Sure did. Closed it to 22-19. Coach Howard wants a timeout. And Brody, what we didn't want to see is that gap closed. Redbirds still can get a side out, push two, and take home the match, the set, game set match in 4.
I'm not gonna lie, my mom texted me about 45 minutes ago. I said I'd be here by 9:30 and it is 9:28. So I don't think it's gonna happen.
I believe you are correct. Unless somehow we run out this clock, score 3 points real hurry, and then you've got a helicopter waiting on you.
Hey, no problem with it.
Both teams are set to break their respective huddles. As we get back to the action, P Ridge has the ball and serving. Off the hands of Gracie Easterling, down 22-19, game number 4. Bry looks to kill that one. Goldberg's sitting there waiting on it. Free ball from P Ridge, played by Anderson. Pittman puts one on the floor for Farmington to take a 23-19 lead. Cox checks in, Castle checks out. Farmington successful in game number 1, 25-20, that it showed, or that carried 17 ties and lead changes. Also successful in game number 2, 25-21, with 14 ties and lead changes. P Ridge took game number 3, 22-25, with 13 ties and lead changes. This one's been back and forth as well, as Farmington has a 23-19. Pittman looking to kill it, and Pittman's just a bit far and out of bounds. 23-20, favor of the Redbirds. Lady Blackhawks back to serve. Ashlyn Humphrey set to serve. Nope, Olivia McCracken. Played by Lovell on the back row. Adams to Bry, killed. Game point, Redbirds. Stout checks in, Lovell checks out. Bry goes back to serve, looking for one. Cards bench holding up to 1. Fans holding up to 1. Birdcage looking for 1. And that is inbounds. You could not have placed that ball any better, no matter which team you're on. Shackelford checks in, replacing Lauren Wright. Going back to serve, down 21-24. Redbirds need a side out to take home this victory. Cox did a nice job keeping that one inside the antenna. And there it is, the ball game. As that one goes out of bounds off the hands of P Ridge. And Brody, this was a night of 2 great teams battling it out on the volleyball court.
was a great game. I'm going to have a lot to report on for the early bird this week for our news. But these teams are just so good that the only thing that's going to take the deficit down is just errors. The volleys just kept going. The only thing that hurt either of them was just errors.
Absolutely. Errors and well-timed kills playing in favor of one team or the other.
Definitely.
Redbirds take game number 4, 25-22, to seal off a 3-1 victory over Pea Ridge. Farmington wins game number 1, 25-20. Game number 2, 25-21. Pea Ridge took game number 3, 22-25. And Farmington closes out the night with a 25-22 victory over Pea Ridge. Two teams very evenly matched. I'm sure we'll do battle again on the volleyball court before too long. Hopefully it'll be another successful night for Farmington Lady Cardinals as the Volley Cards improve the record to, I believe, 4-0 on the season after they beat. Actually, it's not 4-0 because they just played in a tournament, and I do not know how many total games they played down there. But nonetheless, they took home the victory tonight as well. Over the Pea Ridge Blackhawks, 3-1, 25-20, 25-21, 22-25, and 25-22 to seal off a 3-1 victory. For Brody Hill, I'm Brian Dean, coming to you live from Farmington Cardinal Arena. You've been listening to the Volley Cards. Farmington Lady Cardinal Volleyball on the Farm Cards Live Sports Network. Our next broadcast will be Friday night, coming to you from Gravette, where the football Cards will be taking on the Gravette Lions. But until then, I'm Brian Dean for Brody Hill. We'll see you next time.